What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Thank you all for joining me today. The last track review of the year, if you can believe that. As you know, on these streams, we like to go through music from the community. Some of the best, most inspirational, I would say, music producers, home studio music producers, independent music producers from around the world. Thank you all for being part of this community and being so awesome and showing up and hanging out in today's stream. It should be fun. I'm gonna be honest, I went to bed last night thinking, oh, I should have scheduled the stream for earlier in the day. I shouldn't have scheduled it as a night stream. And then I woke up and I was like, did I schedule it as a night stream? And no, I scheduled it at this time, 12 p.m. So I woke up about an hour ago. But we're here. We're doing it. I'm glad we did this. I bought a new MacBook Pro. I have to confess, I have a little bit of a problem. But today, I'm running on the new MacBook Pro. It doesn't really matter because we're literally just opening up links today. But what matters the most is the HDMI out to the stream will not get randomly disconnected and things like that anymore because I now have a dedicated HDMI port. Not only that, an SD card slot. And then double the amount of USB-C ports that I had. So I think it was justifiable. Went to the Apple store. My niece Daisy needed to get an Apple Pencil. I said, do not let me buy a computer. And lo and behold, I just wanted to see what they had in stock. I was like, do you have the 14 inch? Do you have the 16 inch? They had basically like one 16 inch in stock. I said, it might as well. Might as well. Hello to everybody in chat, I should say. If you're watching this later, please leave a like, but also leave a comment and let everybody know what timestamp the stream starts at. That would be very helpful. It's also just helpful to know who's watching later. But if you're watching right now, don't forget to click like and say hello in chat. I see lots of people. Thank you for tagging my name. White, NG, Orbit, Superman, Sub-Zero, Bishop. I like the new MacBook so far. I haven't really like pushed any of it to its limits yet because I have to get another authorization code for Ableton Live because I already used 2. So I'm just waiting on that. Hello, the Ozone Chamber. Wanted to submit my track this morning, but in the middle of recording, I discovered now suddenly allergic to bananas and spent the morning in the ER instead. That is quite the story. Well, Ozone Chamber, I hope that you're going to be okay. Well, I am confident you're going to be okay, but unfortunate that you're allergic to bananas. Superman, hello. Superman says, new gear. Yes. We have lots more new gear. Oh, hi, Roomfex. Hi, Moose, Ska. Hi, Inspiring. Hi, Mr. G. Smith. Hi, Jamie L. I'm just catching up to chat. Hi, Say is on. A lot of members in chat and also a lot of non-members in chat, which is pretty cool too. The way this stream works, I'm going to show you actually a new package that I got in the mail in 1 second, but I'll just remind you that the way this stream works is we always prioritize members. You can become a member by hitting the join button below the stream. Becoming a member at any tier gets you access to the Discord, which I thought I turned notifications off for, but I did not. Get you access to the Discord, and that is how you submit your music. So if you became a member right now, you could connect your YouTube and your Discord account, be in the server, and put your music there and get it reviewed on stream today because we will for sure have time. All right, I need to turn off these message sounds. Yes, sound pack. How do I just turn them all off? Do I really have to uncheck them all? Oh, okay, I'm not going to bother with that. I think we did it. Okay. So yeah, become a member. You can join. It's the best time to become a member. If you become a member at any tier, you get a free little 10 sample pack right in the community tab. If you become a VIP member, you get that small mini sample pack and the full ritual sample pack as well. And you will get future sample packs as they come out. May not get one more out this year, but we're going to see what we can do. If not, I'll try to get at least a little bonus out for you all. Inspiring says you deserve 1 million subscribers. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hi, SDK. Hi, Kirky. I got something cool in the mail. Maybe some of you saw it on my Instagram. I did a whole unboxing, so go watch that if you didn't. But I got this from Rhythmo. You know, they're the folks who make the cardboard controller that we built on the 24-hour stream. But this is like a really cool version. Not that the other version is not really cool, but this is like a clear, transparent version. Hi, Yarden. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can show this to you. So it's almost like the old school like N64 situation. Let me adjust that. Zoom out. There we go. That's better. Focus. All right. Yeah, so it's like translucent. Like I had an N64 controller just like this. It also lights up, which my room is pretty lit, so you're not going to really see it too well. But you can see it a little bit actually. And I just did a little beat with it on Instagram. You can go watch that video right now, but check this out. Is this not dope? I think they made a limited edition of these. Like when I was first getting into MIDI controllers, I love this kind of stuff. I still do, obviously. Speakers on the back. You can full on run it as an audio output device. And you can hook it up to your phone. But this is a beautiful piece of gear. I want to thank Rhythmo. They're not sponsoring or anything. They just like literally hit me up and were like, hey, we're putting this together. Do you want one? And I was like, yeah. That was kind of exciting. I have 2 other cool packages in the mail that I want to open as well, but I want to make videos for those, so I'm kind of keeping them under wraps. Hi, Beisha. Thanks for being here. Super excited to start building i9T. What is that, Sub-Zero? I don't know. Electronics, yes. Exactly. That's sick. Got speakers on it? Yes, it has speakers on it. You can literally hook it up to your computer or your phone and it becomes like your audio output device. So it's like an all-in-one kind of thing. You can plug headphones into it as well, I believe. That's some beautiful, unique gear. Yes, Lucas. You can buy the kits to build them. They thankfully sent it to me built because I would have struggled hard. Me and you guys saw if you were in the 24-hour stream, us struggling building it. It wasn't that hard, but I'm just not good at those things, okay, chat? I'm just not good at like following directions and patience and all that stuff. I'm working on artwork and stuff for DistroKid uploads while watching stream today. Oh, that's awesome. I should remind you all that next week I actually have a track coming out, and I know a lot of you are also preparing tracks coming out. I saw that Amelia has a track coming out, but if you have a recent track coming out or a track coming out soon, let us know in chat. Just say, hey, my track XYZ comes out, blah, 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 this day. Because I have a track coming out. It's called Ghost. I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now, not to like spam it. But it's a pre-save link. If you want to pre-save it on Spotify, it would be greatly appreciated. It's coming out on Thursday, so we'll celebrate that on stream on Thursday. There's the little pre-save link. I'm going to spam it, actually. Boom. Pre-save that if you can. It would be much appreciated. Listen to it day one. Join us on stream on Thursday. I'll probably open up the project file, talk about my process of making the track. A ghost actually made that track, if I'm being honest. I was going to see if I could make a beat diaries for the track as well, but we'll see. Lucas says, well, at least you're good at giving directions. That's a good point. I wonder... I think what it is, okay, but I'm not throwing shade at Rhythmo in this, but I was like assembling furniture not too long ago. And some directions that people write are just like completely terrible. So I think that's what it is. I feel good about my ability to explain things, and I think it also sets a higher bar for when I'm going through other people's explanations of things, you know? Like, why are you conveying this kind of information this way? Blah, blah. All right, we're not here to complain about that. We are here to listen to some music. Thank you to everybody who just pre-saved that track. Thank you, STK. I appreciate it. Thank you, Orbit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Harold Diaz just became a member. Thank you so much. I saw that on OBS before I saw it in real life. Harold, thank you so much for joining the community. If you are a member, as today's stream goes on, as new people become members, if you all could help me out and please let people know the link to figure out how to link their Discord and YouTube, because I want to make sure these new members can get in and can get their music submitted, etc. If you could help me point them in the right direction so I could continue on with the track reviews. STK says shots fired at IKEA. No, I think IKEA directions are actually really good because they don't use words and they only use pictures. I think that's huge, and they're very good at that. I think there's some other furniture I bought on Amazon that was like trying to use words and like it's just no good. I'm a long time fan from IG, but first time YouTube. How long do you stream these reviews? We usually go for a couple hours, I would say. You deserve so much more, says Harold. Harold, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Y'all are so nice. I'm just thinking about like next year, we're going to actually start reviewing some music in literally 1 minute. We're going to get right into it. But I'm starting to think about next year. If you all could take a minute and just think about what we've done this year in terms of streams, in terms of types of content. I would love to hear what you liked about this year's content, how you liked like the changes. I think we did some new things this year. Things to continue next year and things to think about doing next year. I think we'll continue to do live streams, of course. If you're a member, especially, what maybe members exclusive content could we potentially do? I think we could go back to doing a members only live stream monthly for sure. It's just been crazy the past couple months. And I have a really fun stream idea that I want to try doing maybe like once a month. Maybe I'll share that with you at the end, but I might want to keep it a little bit of a secret. Anyway, chat, that's enough talking from me. We're going to get right into things. I know Sub-Zero is in chat, so we're going to just jump right in and listen to Sub-Zero's track, Low Key Jive. As usual, we like to be supportive When we listen to people's music, we're trying to give constructive feedback. We're also just trying to not go too hard on somebody, but I'm going to give as much constructive feedback as possible. Share some kind words in the chat if you can. And also follow the artists if you do like what they're putting out, or if you just want to support them in general. One question, do I need to be in the chat when you get to my track? Yes, it would be helpful if you're in the chat when you get to your track. Otherwise, I would have like 200 people submitting and like they wouldn't actually be on live. So I want to make sure everybody who's here is on the live, you know? It's just kind of a way of making it more manageable. So, Sub-Zero with a low-key jive. Let's listen. Let me turn the volume up. Members only call-in show would be cool. Good idea. Should write these ideas down. I'm writing ideas down in chat. Keep me posted on the levels. We got some saxophone. Sub-Zero says very simple. All right, members only call-in stream. Keep the ideas coming, folks, as we go through. Kirky, you're driving and listening. Great. All right, so yeah, Sub-Zero, as you said, it definitely is very simple, minimal, not a lot of instrumentation. It's also minimal in ideas too, right? So like this saxophone melody kind of is repeating, and it's an interesting melody, but how can you develop it more over time? All right. This section is actually really cool. I love that vocal thing. I wonder, since everything sounds so close, and actually that snare sounds pretty far. I wonder if on that vocal you could have added a bit more reverb to give it more width and space, as opposed to everything else that's very like front and center. These are nice chords though, Sub-Zero, good job. I know in the last track I reviewed of yours, the chords were struggling, but these are good chords. It really comes together with this section where it's like more filled out. And the electric vintage guitar from Native Instruments sounds really good. So like these two strong sections, you can have more mellow sections, of course, right? But I think the intro starts very, very slow and like a bit too slow. I think we want to get to this world, the world that we're in right now, a bit sooner. And you don't have to go full on like into these sections, but could you have introduced the guitar a little sooner? Could you have brought that vocal sample in a little sooner? Perhaps like the intro doesn't have to have a full backbeat, you know? This is a good outro, I like it. And I also think the 808s sound good there at the end, but here in this section, the 808s sound kind of odd. Oh, so the guitar is in the intro. But I think ultimately I want the intro to be more intro-y, you know what I mean? Like create more space, more push and pull, less like don't bring the backbeat in just yet or something. Like I wonder if this track was maybe 30 seconds shorter, if it could have developed more gradually. But in terms of that sax melody, it's a bit repetitive, so find something to counter it. Maybe break it up, maybe develop the melody over time so that it's not the same every time, it has slight variations. Imagine you're the sax player, right? You're not just gonna sit there and play the same line every time. There might be slight variations, whether it's in the notes you're playing or in the dynamics, in the phrasing, that sort of thing. So think that way. I think this is a good start, but now you take this template and it's like, okay, how do I make this sax melody more interesting in this 8-bar section or something, you know? Thank you, Sub-Zero, for that submission. Big round of applause for Sub-Zero. Appreciate you. I mentioned this on the ADSR stream, but as we've done these streams more and more over the year, I have seen so much improvement from folks. Hey, Hail Nomad, are you in the chat? I know Hail Nomad is in, I think Thailand. Am I right about that? So I know the time difference is kind of sussy for Hail Nomad, but Hail is always showing up and supporting. So I want to just not do that. I want to show off Hail's track. I think we'll be a little lenient today about the whole chat rule, but it would be ideal if y'all were in chat. Y'all remember Hail from Hail Nomad from Beatober? This track is out on Spotify. Thank you for letting us know, Amelia. Please go give Darren a follow. Hi, Drummy Geo. Jamie L. Allen, thank you for becoming a member. Please welcome the new member in chat. Please, please, please. Nice synth. I wonder what this lead synth is. I've been using Diva a lot. It sounds like it could be a Diva preset. Maybe a little too much reverb though. It's getting like a little cloudy. Okay, choir. Fabricio, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Hey. I love that little plucky thing in the background. I wonder if that's, shoot, is that the Expressive E plugin? New members, if you just joined, check Nightbot's latest message to link your YouTube and Discord account to get in. The synth sounds so warm. I love that. You know, this would be a very good track for video, like a track for sync, like a travel vlog or something like that. I don't really have much critique. I think there could be some work done in the structure, if not like restructuring the track, if at least like connecting the sections a bit better. Like this ARP is really nice. Like I wonder if instead of the ARP just coming in, like could it have been like filtered in for the previous 4 bars or something, just to come up a little bit more. Fabricio, thank you so much for becoming a VIP member. I appreciate you so much. Welcome. And then the other thing, I do like this lead synth a lot, but I don't love the like randomness of the filter. I don't know if the filter is connected to the attack, so it sounds very bright, it seems, when it's like harder velocity. And that seems a bit random to me. I don't know if that sounds intentional or not. Maybe it is intentional though. But I think it's great. Regardless, I think it's a great sound. I would have just tamed that filter a little bit more. And the choir is just so epic. Also, a shout out to you, Hale, on the mix. The mix is really good. Overall, just very warm sounding track. Everything's in the right place mix-wise. Good job, my friend. Thank you so much, Hale. Hey, we got a couple new members in the chat, and I can't thank you all enough for becoming members. It really means a lot. It helps keeps the channel going. When you all decide to support the channel versus just me relying on hopefully somebody sees my videos and hopefully like the ads pay enough. But Paulina, thank you so much for becoming a member at the Join the Community tier. Fabricio, thank you for becoming a VIP member. VIP member, you get the Ritual Sample Pack. Check the Community tab. You can find that. You'll have to scroll down a little bit to find it though. And then we had Jamie L. Allen joining the community as well. If you are new and you're just joining the community, Nightbot dropped a link not too long ago on how to link your Discord and your YouTube account so that you can get in on the Discord and submit music. But it's as simple as going into Discord, linking YouTube, and figuring that out. Strongerly, if you pay attention to what's going on stream and you read the pinned comment, you will get the answer to your question, I promise. So, Paul, and to all those people who just joined as members, everyone, no matter what tier you're at, there is a mini 10 free sample pack in the community tab. Where you're going to find the member exclusive stuff is if you go to my channel and then you go to the tab that says community, and there will be some posts there. Some of the posts say members only, and some of them link to, you know, your free sample pack. So VIP, you get Ritual and the 10 mini pack. And then everybody else, join the community tier, you get the 10 free mini pack. Joseph McCaffrey in chat. Wow. Amazing. Let's continue on. Next, I've got Orbit. Oh, before we stream this next one, what do you guys... I love doing these track review streams, and we'll definitely keep doing them. But do you think that we could potentially do some type of competition or something? I want to do some kind of interesting competition. It could even be live. Like I've seen some creators do it live, where it's like on Discord and people are sharing their screen and we're seeing them work on tracks. I want to think about that. Okay, let's listen to Orbit. Sorry, Thorns. Please give a follow to the creators. I know a lot of you like Darren Hale's track. Make sure you go follow him. And here's Orbits. Finally, free time for streams and music making, so everything's okay. Nice, Orbit. David Carr says a 10-minute challenge. That could be good. All right, you guys like the competition idea? Cool. These are nice chords. I like this electric piano sound. Which electric piano is it, Orbit? Joseph, look at my new Teddy Fresh. Don't come to my chat and be rude. Nice. All right, Thorns by Orb Beats. Thank you for that. I really loved a lot of the sounds you chose, especially the electric piano. So that's playing the chords. And then there's some, I like some of the noises you use too, the effect sounds. They sound very organic. What I was gonna say is this sound ends up coming in that's like very cinematic, these very huge chords, right? But then they don't follow the harmonic rhythm of the track. Like there's no change there. I feel like there should have been a change there. So again, listen back to this chord progression when that, come on. Let's get the synth in here. 3, 4, 2, 2. Basically every 2 bars, the chord should change. And they did there. 2, 2, 3. But then here, there's no change. And that would be fine if it changed again here. But in this instance, I'm not hearing the chords. Like, I think the chords probably need to be simplified in terms of their voicings to better match the other chord progression. And then like the progression of the track, right? Like you built up and you built up and you built up, but I felt like I was still wanting more. Now, I'm never an advocate for longer tracks. You know, I love short tracks, but I did feel like there could have been more of a resolution towards the end here. And I think some of it comes down to rhythmically, because the kind of sounds expanded, but the rhythm didn't like expand and grow. You know what I mean? Like, could we have added like a shaker layer or something that just brought a little more momentum to the end? But there's something close here for sure. Just double check those chords on that big synth at the end, big pad. And also just check the mix on that, because a pad like that gets very, very heavy, especially in the mid range. And sometimes it can block out other sounds. Hello, how do I submit? Hello, how do I submit? STK, yes. This is the new Mac. I touched on it at the top before you here, I think. New 16-inch MacBook Pro. Working on EQing, yeah. SDK said that in chat as well. Especially, I mean, like electronic music is hard because we have so many sound. Like when you think about it, like production for bands has existed for a while. So, you know, a guitar is a guitar. You know, of course, there's electric and acoustic, but you know, it is what it is. A drum kit is a drum kit. Vocal is a vocal, and there are different techniques for all these instruments. However, there's just much more of a set rules for those specific types of instruments. And then in electronic music, we have all these synths, all these different kinds of sounds, and it's a lot harder to find resources on how to mix an EQ. But like, you always just want to be generally aware of your mid-range, because everything is going through the mid-range. Yarden is dropping the 99 cents. You don't have to keep super chatting, Yarden. I appreciate you already. ZR, I think I mostly need feedback on mixing / mastering for this one, but obviously any help is appreciated trying to get new tracks ready to release on streaming in the next few weeks. I have videos scheduled to release Friday night. Someone let me know if stream will be before then for some reason. I don't know what that means. Oh, I got it. They just wanted to make sure we saw it. Okay. White Whisker, let's hear it. All right, so White Whisker is looking for feedback on mixing and mastering. Let's see what we can do. Go give a sub if you can. Yarden, if you only have $8 in your bank account, please, you don't need to super chat. But I appreciate you. But stop, not allowed anymore. Those chimes are beautiful. I'm liking this. Oh, I really like that, White Whisker. Sheesh. White Whisker, this might be one of your strongest tracks yet. Go subscribe, friends. Oh, I see Amelia showing support. Okay, strings. Ah, nice. You know, in terms of mix and mastering, you know, it's a lo-fi track, right? And I think you did a good job of getting the lo-fi characteristics in the track. I think the only mix advice that I would have is the kick. And this is something that I noticed with my tracks, but I'm also trying to just hear this in the room for a second. Yeah, I think I noticed this with my tracks, and one thing that could very much help is if you just go on Spotify or wherever you listen to music and find the lo-fi playlist, listen to a couple tracks that are kind of this vibe, and then play your track directly after and try to hear what sticks out the most. What I was finding with my tracks, and what I think you'll find with your tracks, is that the kicks pop a bit more. The kicks give a little bit more of a boomy thud in the tracks on those playlists. So I would just do a little bit of an EQ, just give that kick a little bit of a boost in the mix in that lower end, and I think you're in business. Don't go extreme, don't go crazy, do it to taste, but like a little boost to that kick in the low end, I think would help a lot. But I love what you did with the piano. I especially love the parts of the piano where it's sort of almost like Steve Reich kind of situation. I'm never gonna find it now. It's like when there's, yeah, that's it. These kind of two piano lines going on. And they're not like perfectly quantized. I think it adds a very cool feel. The other thing that I think you did well in this track that I don't normally do well, I'm trying to get better at, is these kind of beats don't need to be too busy. You did a beautiful job with the transitions, but other than that, it's like, let's just hang on these chords and drum beat, and that's it. Super Ezio, your chats get blocked, just so you know. So when you're ready, you can participate. The one thing that threw me off at the end were the strings. I don't know what it is. I think consider taking the delay off, because everything else, I don't know. Consider try it with the delay off, and then also maybe try a different string instrument. Maybe try a solo instrument. This almost sounds like a section. I could be wrong. Maybe it's like a solo viola. But I don't know, the string sounded a little off to me. I don't know if you're right, but that's totally just me. And if you like them, keep them. Or can you back the strings with something like a vibraphone dun, 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 that plays at the same time? Because the strings are hard left. If you put like a small mallet instrument that literally is playing in unison with the strings, maybe it would be cool. Something about the strings. I felt like I needed more. I was gonna submit a synthwave track, but I chose to submit a lo-fi one instead. You guys submit whatever genre you want. Like, this doesn't have to be a strictly lo-fi stream. But White Whisker, great track. Just a couple suggestions. But otherwise, if you release this track today, it would be great. So don't delay. Get it out. Arcade Records. This too shall pass. Rest. Let's give a listen. I just want to read that message from before because it was funny. Super Ezio 9. It got blocked in chat, but it said, "Can we play some real music with some hoes?" I don't know if that's what they meant to say, but I think it's pretty funny. Psychedelic says, working on a D&B remix. Nice. Awesome. Let's keep going with music. Is this a new artist name for you? I don't remember having this artist name on the stream before. SDK, submit. Hi, Billboard. I really love this percussion. It's also just like a, you know, a lo-fi beat in a minor key, you know? Hi, Unmarked Vans. What's up, Edoyama? This is very TV show-esque, no? Like, very dramatic. Hi, Michael G. Good seeing you as well. This is an interesting choice here at the end. Nice. Very cool. I really love this track. From This Too Shall Pass, Rest. Go give a follow if you can. It's always nice to have these lo-fi beats like that are a little darker. You know, a lot of lo-fi beats are, you know, happy or upbeat or calm and inspirational. And then this one is like kind of mysterious and dark. And I'll also say one of the things that I always end up talking about with song structure, and I always suggest to people, is like an evolving structure that gets bigger and bigger and bigger as you go on. And you can see that this track breaks that convention, and I think it does it relatively successfully. You have this very nice intro that sets the stage and sets the world, gives us a taste of what's to come, and then we're into the beat, right? And that 30-second intro does not overstay its welcome. I also want to point out the genius of the subtlety of this little like high piano note in this transition section. Listen. Subtleties like that really, really help a track. Hi, Vasily, how are you? Well, DZ, your chat got blocked because that's not how it works around here. All right, and then we're into the heart of the beat, and this is like the core of it right here, right? Finally, we get the strings and stuff from the intro in with the beat. And then what the track does from here is, instead of evolving, you know, I always talk about the evolving Pokemon of the track. It doesn't have to do that. It goes to like a very minimal section. And I believe that synth playing the chords is a new sound. It's a new sound, but it's playing what we've heard from the strings already. So it keeps it fresh. And just the whole switch up to going from big, full strings, drums, synths, all that, to minimal is really nice. And the swells. And those swells are reacting to that melody. Really, really nice. I think just take a look at the mix, you know. Consider something on your processing on your master channel like I do, where it's like a tape emulator, like I use the J37, but I think that could add some of the lo-fi grit that you probably want to add to this. Something that adds just a little bit of warmth, a tiny bit of saturation, maybe even a little bit of tape wobble, which gives it that vintage sound. I think that could help take this track to the next level. And just double check some mixing stuff. Use a little bit more subtle panning. Check those mid ranges on some of those thicker instruments, you know. Thank you, This Too Shall Pass, for submitting that track. All right, that was a long one. All right, let's get Ika in here. A fusion lo-fi track. We got a lot of lo-fi today. Ika loves using this drone. Oh, did we listen to this track this week? Did we listen to this on the 80 Star stream? I think so. It's still a good one. Hello, Sylvester the Cat became a VIP member. Thank you so much, my friend. Hi, Zurich. Uh-oh, Zurich Banana Man. No bananas in chat. We have allergies. Welcome, Sylvester the Cat. Thank you so much for becoming a VIP member. Who can tell Sylvester the Cat what they get with their membership? Another one. Yeah, the guitar is sick in this track. Hi, Simply Chris. Such good guitar. Hey, what's up, Vincent and Roomfex? So smooth. Please go follow Ika. Go give a follow. Love that. I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it, but because we reviewed it on the ADSR stream earlier this week. But the guitar is the highlight for me. It's from the clean guitar that eventually evolves. It's not totally clean, but it eventually evolves into that lead line, which is just so beautiful and so well mixed too. STK, I'm curious to hear what you think of that guitar in this track. It's really, really good. Thank you, Ika, for submitting that. Yes, chat is letting you know what you can do. If you just became a member, you can get yourself a sample pack, join the Discord as well. Sylvester the Cat says, been watching you for a while, but never really say much. I appreciate you. I'm a lurker viewer as well on YouTube. Good job, Ika. Thank you for submitting that. We're going to keep going. We have more tracks to get to. Oh my gosh. Have you guys been adding lots more tracks? Nice. Cool. All right, we're going to keep going. You know, it is the last one of the year, so if this has to be like a little bit longer, if I have to just completely lose my place, then that's fine. All right, Digit HXI. Let's keep going.
Where did my friends
Okay.
go? I do not know. But I know where we're all going. And where did my girl go? I know where she's reason. She's next at home with her cat.
She's at home with her
But
cat.
I know I'll see you tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, I don't know. But I hope that it's someday kinda soon.
Such a good voice.
C'est la vie, c'est la terre. Cheers to ones we love and lost, 'cause I don't know when we'll see them again. C'est la vie, c'est la terre. I'll probably see you tomorrow, and if I don't, then I'll see you someday late. I guess swing low, I swing high. From fences and backboards I see nothing but green eyes to match my blue on certain days. Pick up and move on.
That's a good lyric.
Pieces of my jealousy and throw them away, 'cause who needed that anyway? I don't, and you don't need it, so get back up and raise your glass for ones we love and ones that have passed. C'est la vie, c'est la terre. Cheers to ones we love and lost, 'cause I don't know when we'll see them again.
Skim is going from being a lurker to a commenter because this track is dope.
C'est la terre. I'll probably see you tomorrow, and if I don't, then I'll see you someday late. C'est la vie, c'est la terre. Cheers to ones we love and lost, 'cause I don't know when we'll see them again. Yeah. C'est la vie, c'est la terre. I'll probably see you tomorrow, and if I don't, then I'll see you someday late. So I guess.
This is a really, really strong track. Thank you so much to Digit HXI as usual. Other tracks like that on Digit's SoundCloud, so please go give a follow. I have some good feedback, I think. Obviously, the track is so strong. The vocal is strong. The catchiness of the hook, right, is really good. And there's some really like funny lyrics in there too. SDK says in chat, too reverb for my taste, but I love it still. Yes, I think that is one major thing that can be improved. In this section, in the intro, I don't mind the reverb here. However, once we hit the chorus and everything else starts coming in, that's when the reverb tends to get a little messier because there's not enough space for it, you know? So I don't know if the reverb, it sounds like the reverb is potentially right on the vocal track. For especially the chorus sections and the more full sections, I would switch to using a return track as the reverb. That way you get a blend of reverb and the dry signal, not just a fully affected signal, you know? Like especially here, you could go full dry on the vocals here and I think it would sound good. Like take the reverb off here. Especially if you listen to a lot of other music in this genre, which I tend to actually. A lot of like dryness, not a ton of reverb. Reverb in certain places. And then listen to this when C'est la vie comes in. So what you can actually hear, let's run that back one more time and see if you can all hear it. I believe what we're hearing there is the entrance of the word C'est la vie, but instead of getting that beginning, it's like C'est la vie, where because it's like it sounds like the phrase is probably cut off in the DAW, like it's not faded in properly, or it's just like cut a little too late. I guess you need to drag it back so we get the beginning of that S sound, and I heard that a couple times in there. If it's not that, then it's like the hi-hat coming in at that exact moment, but be careful with that. And then the last thing that I'll say, and the only reason I give so much, I think I give feedback more on tracks that I give more feedback, have more ideas on tracks that I think have so much potential. All your tracks have potential, you know, but when a track like this is really, really good and there's just a couple things you can change to make it excellent, I think it's a little bit easier to give feedback. This whole track has this bouncy groove, which is just pretty straight ahead, right? 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I think you add something like a tambourine or a shaker, especially in this last chorus, or even a ride pattern that's more like, it takes the track from being in this sort of like half straight ahead rhythm to adding more momentum, especially at the end. So even if that came in here, like that could just add so much momentum there. I think a tambourine is probably better. Wow, what a catchy tune. Please go give a follow to Digit and support, because artists like that need all the help they can get. You know, that's the music industry, right? You can make great music, but if you're not in the bigger, broader industry, you're not going to get the exposure that a band that might be signed to a label that has all these industry connections might get more exposure. And Digit's writing just as good music and just as well produced as an independent person. So we can help them by supporting them, and we can subvert the industry by supporting artists like Digit and each other, so that we can help good music rise to the top no matter their connections, you know? Good track. I think that could easily end up on a Spotify playlist. Easily could blow up. Amateur Bear. Amateur Bear. No. I don't need a cue, SoundCloud. Oh. All right, we're switching gears. Hi, Drum Pine Music. I'm well. How are you? Hey, Marigan, please read the pinned comment if you're trying to figure that out. That vocal, follow me, reminds me of Metro Station. Hi, Busy Raccoon. I think this bongo section could work, but I think the reverb's kind of weird on the bongos. It sounds pretty artificial is what I mean to say. Hey, Waymax Stud. Amateur Bear says Metro Station. We'll check them out. Just check out the song Shake It. See, I don't mind the reverb on the bongos here, but I think the bongos need to be wider. But I love the warmth of the synths. I need more volume. Awesome. Amateur Bear, thank you. I love the warmth of the synths in that track, and I love your whole like the image you're talking about here with like a desert night, you know? I think you can add a little bit more realism to those bongos by just pulling back on that reverb a bit. And maybe it sounds like mostly on those bongos or congas, whatever they are, it sounds like mostly they're at 100% velocity. I think with percussion especially, you have to be a little bit more careful with MIDI percussion with how you program that velocity, because that's what gives it its realism. So just take a second look at that, because it just sounds like it's hitting it as hard as it can every time. And if you were playing that rhythm, you would play with a little bit more nuance, and that's what's going to add to the realism of it as well. But like, this is just beautiful music here. I think that kick or that tom needs some work. Like, that tom should only be coming through in the kind of the lower bassier end, and it's kind of coming through in like a knocky, like mid level. Or maybe the addition of some lower end. The side chaining is nice. Yeah, I think those bongos are the major thing that I would adjust, but very cool. Hi, Superman. Oh, we had a new member, by the way. Drum Pine Music. Thank you, Drum Pine. All right, hey, Amateur Bear, that was a really great track. Reverb off. Thank you for that. Is that your Amateur Bear? You've submitted before, right? I feel like I recognize the name, but maybe not. Follow me. Go follow Amateur Bear if you can on SoundCloud. All right, chat. We have a lot more music to get to, and we're gonna keep the show going for sure. But one thing I just want to say is thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting. Thank you all for watching the stream. I appreciate you all. If you are just tuning in, we do this about once a month where we review music from the community. We prioritize members. So if you want to hit the join button and become a member, you can get your music reviewed live on stream. And you can also become a part of a very cool, productive Discord community, as well as some other little bonuses, some sample downloads, etc. So hit the join button if you are able to, and it really helps support the channel. And I'm just saying thank you because you're all tuning in. You know, here I am, just like some random, like, independent artists doing my thing, trying to support and foster a cool community here on YouTube. And there are a lot of other, like, huge, massive creators that YouTube supports in other spaces. And I feel like the music production scene on YouTube is often overlooked. That's what I'll say. So we can only subvert industry and make waves for our community if we stick together and support each other. So that's one of the main reasons we do this track review stream, and that's one of the reasons I keep showing up no matter what on these streams, because I feel like what we're doing is valuable, and I feel like it has a place. I feel like it deserves a broader audience, but we will build the audience that we can in the community that we can from here and what we have, and you all are a part of that in the chat right now. So thank you all for being so great. If you are a recent member and you need to connect your Discord, there is a Nightbot has been dropping links throughout chat. They just dropped one a couple minutes ago on how to link your YouTube and Discord account. So hopefully you all are able to get in on that. And if you are not, a fellow member in chat can help you. Let's go. Yarden has been here. Yarden, who is no longer allowed to super chat because they've done it too much this stream. We've got a track called Same Old Synths. Okay with the chords, my friend. This is Yarden, right? Yeah. A little off on the bass line. That bass note is just off. All right, first of all, some strengths of this track, Yarden. Thank you for submitting. Feel free to fade in from less of a low volume, I think. Like if I have about 3 seconds there of just basically silence, I know it's not silence because I can see it, but it's basically silence. I might skip the track. I might be like, what's wrong? So maybe fade in from a little less low. You can still have a fade in without coming up from 0. And then that bass note is just off. So just double check that. Keep it simple, especially if you're having issues. You have a very beautiful chord progression here. Follow the root note of that chord progression. If you potentially thought you were following the chord progression, double check that the chord is not inverted or something. And your sound selection is very good. Mix is a little off. That hi-hat is a little bit loud. I think the drums in general are probably a little bit loud. And how can you get everything to gel well? A little bit of sidechain compression could go a long way to get those chords pumping. But yeah, I was talking about velocity in the other track, and it seems like the velocity for this hi-hat track is just a little bit off. I wonder if you finger drummed it in. If you did, that's fine. But your skill in like controlling that velocity in a live finger drumming situation might not be where you want it to be yet. So just take a double check, because listen to that volume fade on the hi-hat. There's that one hit that's louder, and that's not really the groove. So velocity matters in that way. Overall though, your song structure is very good. I love the way it builds, and I love the way you introduce things over time and keep the listener interested. I also love your sound selection. That keyboard is very nice. Whatever that lead synth sound is great. The bass sound, even though it's playing a wrong note there, is a nice simple bass sound. And then you add these like echoey strings. So these are really good sounds. So just take another closer look at some of these things that I mentioned. A little bit of mixed notes, a little bit of just double check the music theory aspect with the bass, because that's just a beautiful chord progression right there. Nice. Yarden says, I tried making the hi-hats gain different, but it was all manual. Yeah, definitely do that. Pay attention to, I guess you're doing it on gain and audio. I don't really know, but you have to be intentional with that. So try to just listen back to some tracks that you really like and focus in on the hi-hat pattern, focus in on which beats get the accent and which beats don't get an accent, because it's not just random. It's not just varying it for the sake of varying it. The accents on the hi-hat, aka the ones that have like a bit higher gain, that affects the groove. It's not just like vary it to make it sound natural. It's like intentionally a certain pattern of variation, you know? But thank you, Yarden. I appreciate your submission today. Piccolo Black. Don't talk back. I was going to say something. Hey, Drum Pine, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. The 1000 CLP. I don't know what CLP is, but I appreciate it. SDK, are you in Massachusetts? Is that what that says? I'm confused. Marco. Hello, Marco. Oh, and Miranda says, sup, man, very inspired by your stuff, trying to make my own music for our channel. Got back into guitar, now Ableton Live. Thanks for the awesome tutorials. Thank you for the support, Miranda. I appreciate it. Good luck with your channel. Okay. That bit crusher action. You remember Piccolo Black from Beattober? I think uses an MPC, if I'm correct. semi-pixelated. I like the change up here with the sample. It's so trippy in a good way. You got a bottomless coffee cup there, Nick? No, I wish it was, though. It's ice. Amelia says Piccolo has a really distinct style. Yes, I agree. It's very reminiscent of like older style beat makers. It's actually very reminiscent of a lot of stuff I was listening to when I first was getting into electronic music. That vocal sample. I would love to hear like a beat tape from Piccolo Black, like a longer form project that kind of develops over multiple tracks, you know? Because think about how much variation was just in that track alone. I love all the sounds, like it's just sounds that I wouldn't think to use necessarily, or I wouldn't process in the same way. The only feedback I have around is mixing, because I just feel like some of these hits just pop out way louder than everything else. Like that. Like some of those snare hits and stuff. And some of those glitchy sounds just pop out a little bit louder than the rest of the track. So I just think there needs to be some like limiting or some compression happening on some of those hits. It might have to do with some of the performance effects, to be honest. But if you even out some of those sounds, but wait, I just want to listen to that bass and that kick again, because it's just... like that bass just came in for a second. I love it. It's so great. Yeah, but just like take a closer look at that mix, Piccolo Black. I think the beat itself, I'm not going to change anything about it. I think it's so uniquely your style and such a vibe to listen to. Just even out some of those volumes so it doesn't like pop out like that, you know? I'm White. We should definitely have time. Thank you, Piccolo Black, for that submission. By the way, go give a follow if you can. This track is private, but maybe if you spam Piccolo Black's page, he will make it unprivate. Okay, Edo Yama with the lo-fi beats. We got a lo-fi Christmas tune, kinda. Let's see what's good. Okay. Oh, just so sick. What are you using for those performance effects, Ed, if you're still in chat? Ed, you gotta get this out ASAP because people want to add it to their holiday playlists. love that. This is a really great bass sound here too, very full. It's a good push and pull of like chords and string swell, and then the introduction of a melody. Yeah, we have a lot of submissions, so I'll get through the first 3 minutes. But what am I gonna say? I think this track is great. Just get it out. It's perfect for the holiday. Kirky said, Oyama Music, bro, your music production quality has increased so fast and incredibly good. I agree with Kirky Beats. So many of you are seeing such improvement. Noisy Dam, check the pinned comment, please. Hi, Sasa. It's mystical and magical. What can I say? If I was gonna just say one thing, check the mix. Like, check that some of these swells and stuff don't have more low end than they need, and perhaps scoop some mid range out of things that don't necessarily need it, so there's not too much going on, because there's lots of like pads and swells and stuff, and you don't want them like competing with each other. Nice. And wow, you got a love this at Oyama Music from Yarn Chick 60. High praise, high praise. Well done, well done. Let's keep it moving. We have a lot more tracks because amazingly, a lot of people have become members today. And I want to get them an opportunity to get their music played on stream. Saikai says, okay, Amelia in chat, most upbeat track I've done so far. Would like some tips, suggestions, especially on the bridge. Drew K. Faux Electro played saxophone here, but we were wondering if having... Is this you? No. But we were wondering if having a saxophone in this track is too jarring. Well, let's be the judge of that. Tomato. You say tomato, I say tomato, I say let's just listen to it. I love it already. Great work, Ed. Thank you so much for that. Oh, I really like this. Is it like a string mallet combo or something? I like how they're just slightly off from each other. It's really cool. I'm curious to see how the saxophone ends up fitting in here. I like that this is Amelia's most upbeat track. Oh, I think this is a great entrance with the saxophone. Thank you, Noisy Dam. Happy holidays. Cool. Wait, no, that saxophone was great. I didn't think it was jarring at all. see if it comes back in here at the end. That's what I would expect. Tell me about the panning of the strings and mallets, Amelia. Is there like automation happening there? Absolutely beautiful track. I have barely anything to say about it because it's so good. So the saxophone entrance, yes, I'm with it. I love the saxophone in this track. And then, of course, the one thing that I expected is that would come in later. I think you introduce an instrument like that, it's hard to just have it for a section and not have at least hints of it happen later. So do you need a full-on sax melody in this drop here? No. But could there be a more reverby filtered version of the sax that happens just single notes at a time, like long held notes? It could be even a long held note over the top. Root note or something. It could come back in here. Even if it played that melody along with the strings but a more legato version, because the strings and mallets are obviously like dun, dun, dun. But what if it was the saxophone? You know, a more legato version of that melody played along with it, but set back in the mix a little bit. So it's not too like in your face saxophone, but it's still there. It doesn't just happen once. You know what I mean? Perhaps. You want to keep this track the same way it is? Peace and love. Keep it the way it is. I would listen to it either way. Good job, Amelia. Great work this entire year from Amelia. Do we not agree, chat? Dixie says, member for 6 months, better late than never. Yes. Remember that you do have a membership milestone, chat. Members, if you haven't used it yet this month. All right. We're getting to the tracks that were submitted today. Let's keep on going. Thank you for the 6 months, Digit. We did listen to your track earlier, by the way. So go, you can rewind later and watch if you want. All right, who we got here? General Jam the Jet. Ooh, thank you for joining the community. Let's run this back. All right. Okay. Freaking dope. It's just so fat sounding. STK 11 months. Thank you. You're literally almost been a member a whole year? That bass line was sick too. Guys, go give a sub. Oh, I'm already subbed. We love that. Key change. That's kind of sick. I was wondering what was going to happen to evolve the track. That's a good technique here. to the original key. Sub-Zero, thank you for the 3 months. These drums are really, really well done. Drum Pine, thank you so much. You don't have to apologize for your English. I appreciate you. Akdi with the 10 months. Thank you. Okay. I just love that bass line so much. Unmarked Vans with the 11 months. Some people are going to be coming up on their 1 year. That's crazy. Thank you, members. All right, that was a fire beat. What the hell do you want me to say about it?
Yes, General.
Yes, General. I like the tag at the end. That's interesting. I mean, literally the only thing that I first thought before that beat dropped was like, the intro is cool, but there's also some just like that's fire as soon as it drops. But that little thing is like giving me a little crunchy in my ears, and it doesn't make sense in context until the beat drops and you're like, oh, this is a fat, crunchy, dope beat. You know what I mean? So when it happens in the intro, I might have assumed like, oh, this is going to be like a lower quality beat probably, but it's definitely not. This is one thing I'll say. But I think it's dope. Like, I can't say anything about it. What can I say? General, good job. I appreciate you all. Please go give a sub if you can. Obviously, that beat deserves a lot of attention. And we're going to keep rolling. Well, there were 2 beats there. I'm only going to do one of them, of course. Crazy Broke Asian. Crazy Broke Asian, by the way, not the same as Crazy Little Asian, who we had on the show on Tuesday. All right. Amelia, you got to go to sleep if you got to go to sleep, you know? Some Thievery Corporation vibes, perhaps. I don't know the reference. Nujabis, perhaps. All right, we got Kakdi. Remember 11 months. We got a little bit of a remix here. Are you trying to get me taken down? Is that it? Let's hear what we got. Is this the artist? Who is she? Peace out, Amelia. Thank you. Kakti, do you know this artist? Is this the artist? She released the vocal for producers to remix the song. Awesome, awesome. bass, please? I don't know. I think the bass is good.
Chị em trong ai gắt nhà. And the drinks are on, I said, look at Sunday. Ay, I don't need nobody. Ay, biết tôi muốn nắng lên. Ay, all the single ladies party. Look at Sunday. Ay, I don't need nobody. Ay, biết tôi muốn nắng lên.
All the single ladies party.
I love it. This drop is dope. Really, really dope. I would love to hear the original, what the original sounds like. And how far you took it. Nice ending. There's one, I'm not gonna break my brain to give feedback on some of these tracks. Like if I think some of your tracks are dope, you should just put them out, and I'm not gonna break my brain to give feedback because this is a feedback stream. You know what I mean? Like, but like if I can just give one tip, like I don't have much for this because this is a really good track. You could put it out. I think it would sound, it would be fine. It would be great. This section right here, what is supposed to be front and center? Is it that little chopped melody thing, that dun, 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 or is it the vocal? In that moment, those two things are competing for attention. The vocal is calling attention to itself because it's like a straight up top line melody, but that chopped melody synth thing is louder. Is that the intention? If so, how can we mix those more properly? I would assume that the top line vocal probably deserves more of the attention. So I might bring that up in volume there and bring that chopped vocal out of the center of attention in that moment. Especially when you listen to that at a louder volume, that chopped synth melody thing is really popping out. But that was just the one moment where I had a thought for some feedback. Link for the original is in the description. Is this the rising artist out of Vietnam? Cool. I'll check her out. I think that's a very smart thing for an artist to do. Like, here's the vocal stems. Go remix it. Go crazy, people. Awesome. Thank you for another great submission. A remix this time from you, my friend. So that's pretty good. Kirky, where you at? Kirky, you still in the car? Raindrops and Fairy Tales, Master number 5. Who can relate? Master 5. Okay, back to the lo-fi vibes. Kirky, what's the that dreamy keyboard synth from the beginning? I wonder what that was. This reverse sound? Holy smokes. I also love the shaker. This synth, I need to know what it is. Kirky, is this perhaps your strongest beat yet. Simply Chris says this has me floating. I agree. And then Kirky, you said I don't know what to do in the middle. Assuming you mean like this section. I think like that's the beauty of this. Oh, it's a sample. Nice. Good use of the sample. I don't think you need to do anything in the middle. There's stuff happening here. There's subtlety in these chords, in that little like reverse situation you have going on. Like, call it done, my friend. Why are you guys getting so good at making music? Why? It's crazy. It just seems plain or drawn out too long. Chat, please weigh in. Is it drawn out and too long, or is it a vibe? Please weigh in. Too long or a vibe? I think it's a vibe. It sounds done. And I say that as somebody, I like hearing you say that and then listening to the track and being like, no, it's fine. Because that is one thing that I do. I'm like, shoot, what else do I have to add to this track? It's not done. When in reality, it's probably done. So take that for what you will, Kirky. Of course, execute your own artistic vision, but the crowd is speaking. When can we get it on Spotify? We're gonna, I think for the new year, I think it is my goal to also get together. Either do we do a community beat tape, or is it as simple as make a Spotify playlist or something, you know? Superman always got these like fresh type beats. Beat for sale, not sold yet. Not under lease yet. Oh, Superman, you on BeatStars now? Okay. Get it, my friend. What am I doing? Is this a little TOS, this video? Good kick, my friend. Community brat tape. Superman, I'm super stoked to hear that you're on BeatStars now. That's new, right? Punching hard with that kick. Yes, for sure. I'm obviously like, this is another example. It doesn't need to have too much going on because we know that this is meant to have a rapper or a top line on it. Well done. Really well done. The next thing for you, Superman, because I know we have this talk like pretty much every month or every time we do a community membership. No, what am I saying? A feedback stream. Hey, Glowed Prod. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We have a similar talk every time, Superman, but all right, you're on BeatStars now. the rappers, the artists, the people that are going to get on your beat are not just going to magically find you. So social media and marketing is super important for you. So how can you do that? It has to be more than posting your beats with a cool anime gif, you know? It's gotta be, you gotta do something to make yourself stand out as a beat maker and as an artist and make certain kind of content stand out, you know? Because I have no doubt that if 100 rappers or something heard this beat, you would make at least one sale, you know? But you have to get 100 rappers to hear it and 100 artists to hear it, or 100 people who are putting people onto beats to hear it, you know? Especially at the, well, you have it like for a basic license for $20, like that's easy. Even the premium license for 40 is easy. But keep doing it and don't give up and start marketing yourself more. Because they're not just gonna stumble upon you, you know? Yeah, you know, I know you know, but I'm just here to say it. That's my job, to say it. So you continue to hear it. Hey Harry with Aurora. Little EDM action. What plugin did you use, Superman? We're at Ultra, folks. This goes hard, my friend. This goes hard. Oh, and this track is private? We're getting the exclusive on this? Is this Harry D's first submission? Okay. Oh, that's Harold in chat? Sheesh. The crowd is cheering. Jimmy Ken says needs a singer. Well, I think it stands well alone as an instrumental, but perhaps. Harry, what do you want me to say? It's a fire track. I know I keep saying that, but this is really like one of the highest quality feedback streams that we've had in a while. Thank you. You became a member today, right, Harold? This track is fire. What are you waiting for? Put it out to the world. Are you all going to go follow Hey Harry? Please do. My keyboard's not doing what I want it to do. All right, I can't zoom in apparently. Go give a follow, please. That's fire. Thank you for waking us up. I know we have like such an eclectic mix. Lo-fi, some EDM styles, other random stuff, you know? Still working on the outro. If I could make one suggestion for the outro, is like you have those cool vocal chops. Like could you have some glitchy version of those vocal chops that are subtle in the background of this outro? Like that. Maybe follow along with that mallet melody, keyboard melody, something like that. It's one suggestion I can give for the outro. How do you bring the DNA of those vocal chops into the outro? But really, really good, Harold. Thank you so much. Please go give a follow. If that's the demo, what's the release gonna sound like? And like the running advice here, of course, is some of your music is great already. Put it out. Don't wait too long. Jamie L, let's hear what you got. No Haven at Home. Interesting. Hey, jazz vibes. Jamie L. Oh, you are still here. Perfect. Nice bass. I keep my speakers on a little bit just so I can feel the bass a little more. It's nice. Feel the thump of the kick.
Some kind of way I'm searching for the joy since I work where I play. I'm tired of saying I, is I all that I think? Is there magic to behold beyond what I can see? Yes, I've got to believe so.
These are all you? This is all you, Jamie L? Vocals, instrumentation, everything?
No haven at home, no. No haven at home.
Oh, guitar by at Stimulator Gums.
I said no heaven at home, no.
All great sounding instruments.
Relax, take a minute to think now. Are you where you should be? Relax, take a moment to breathe now.
Coffee music for sure, says Miranda. I agree.
Do you feel what I mean? There's no haven at home, no. Is that all that you need? There's no heaven at home, no, no, no. Unless I have you with me.
Little talk box action. Obviously, I'm not going to critique the track. I mean, it came out a while ago. But what I'll say is if you want more people to hear this track, first of all, everybody go run up the follow number. Run that up, because obviously there's probably more from Jamie L. Thank you for becoming a member, Jay, and submitting this track, gracing our ears with this fire track. Such a cool style. You want to get more people to listen and pay attention. I think that this is possible. As I was listening to the structure of the track, I think you could pull together a really good looping performance of this track and do a video of like you performing, layering in all the instruments, the drums. Maybe you get your friend to come in and play the guitar live with you as well. But like a looping performance of this track, or just putting together a looping set. I assume you have more tracks like this. You could get a lot of views and stuff on that. More people listening, more people watching, you know? I wish I had cut the intro pretty long. Yeah, I saw Superman said that as well. I know the intro is long, and it had me not expecting that there would be vocals. So one thing you could do, like if this was part of an album, I think the way it's constructed right now, the way the intro is, it's fine if it was like an album version. If you were going to release like a single version, I might come in like a little sooner. Like maybe it's like a combination of these two intros, because the way I see it is like this is an intro. Probably can actually go from here to here. Something like that, you know. There's a way to basically cut this in half, I think. But I don't mind the longer intro. It just had me not expecting vocals to come in. But luckily, I was pleased as we continued to listen to the track. It's like, it paid off to wait that long. You know what I mean? I'm sorry I never joined sooner. I've been on your IG for a bit and decided to hang with you and your community more. That's awesome. Welcome to the community. Thanks for being here. Lots of ways to have fun and participate. So I'm glad you were able to come over here and jump in and submit that track. Let's get the busy raccoon. I'm getting lots of raccoon memes recommended to me on Instagram. Thank you again, Jamiel. Really appreciate it. Fire track. Maybe do a looping video. That's my suggestion. Getting a lot of raccoon memes suggested to me on Instagram. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's busy raccoon's fault. More lo-fi for you here. Thank you all so much for listening. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying hanging here today. Interesting. It's like a guitar instrument. I would not have that instrument pan so far left. The distorted bassy thing. Cool vocals swell. Raccoons in the chat. Drop the raccoons in the chat. The raccoon comments get held for review. I don't know why. Oh, the raccoon looks better on the browser. Good job, Busy Raccoon. Go give a follow for some lo-fi raccoon. Go give a follow for some more cool beats like that. Good Foley at the end. My main suggestion for you is that main instrument. Dun, 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 dun. It's panned hard left, and it feels unbalanced that it's panned left. But I really like this vocal swell. It's cool. And then it leads into this slidey, bendy guitar, which I think is cool too. Cyborg Joe, thank you for joining. And thank you, Lo-Fi Raccoon, for that submission. All right, folks, we're going into our third hour. So I'm going to unpin the comment. Everybody who has already become a member can submit and we'll get their music played today. How do I unpin it? I can't do it. Okay, unpin. Everybody who has submitted, who has become a member, can submit music today. So if you haven't yet, please get on it. But we're going into our third hour, so we do need to cap it, and we have quite a few more submissions to go. 1, 2, 3. Drum pine, you got to pick one for me to play. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 more tracks to go, which is crazy because we like doubled, since we were live, we like doubled how many tracks we had. This question about the left or the right. Not the electric piano, the bassier kind of synth thing. All right, let's keep going though. So if you all can help me out, if people jump in and say, how can I submit? How can I submit? We're going to close submissions for today. Actually, the first one who can type submissions are closed for today. Thank you for submitting. I'll pin your comment. Billboard Shaw. Coffee shop music. Okay. Lots of submissions today, yeah. But it's the last one of the year, so let's make it a good one. DJ Daly, you should definitely submit next time. No worries, Beezer Raccoon. Thank you for the submission. Thank you, Ed. I mean, we say it's the last one of the year, but like January is less than a month away, so. You can join the fam next month, or you can join right now and get a free sample pack. No need to be nervous, Sylvester the Cat. We're a kind community here. All right, as the rest of this track plays out, I like the chords. I like the switch from the like normal keyboard chords to like this section, which adds guitar and then that sprinkly piano. I really like that. However, with the drums, yeah, the kick is fine, but this is like meant to be a chill, laid back tune, right? And I do not feel like that the drums matches a chill, laid back vibe. It's not just about the pattern, it's about the overall sound of the drums, right? And I don't feel that the drums quite match the rest of the tune. First of all, they're much louder than everything else. Second of all, they're hitting hard. And like, listen to that snare. Like, that's a whack, right? That's like, oh, we're just all chilling. Like, imagine the keyboard, imagine the vibe of the keyboard player, the piano player, the bass player. They're all just kind of like chilling, vibing, playing some tunes, playing some bass. And then you have the drummer over there. You know, it just doesn't fit. So that's one thing. That's what I would change about this beat, right? Pull back on those drums, pull back on that velocity, maybe rethink the sound selection, because the snare is like super bright and the kick is almost even like a more of a dance music style kick. Pulling back on the velocity, rolling off a little high end could do some good work. I mean, even that tambourine is like right in my ear, you know? It's not chill at all. It's just kind of loud. consider it. Consider just an adjustment to the drums. Think about the sonic world that you're building, Billboard Shaw. It's not just about the volume, it's also about like the impact of the drums, like how hard are they getting hit. But cool track, cool chords, good instrumentation. Make those adjustments to the drums, and I think because you're very clear, coffee shop music, chill, laid back tune. All right, let the drums lay back a little bit, and maybe you even let them lay back rhythmically. Maybe certain things push and pull rhythmically, and it's not so straight and quantized. Something to think about. Thank you, Billboard Shaw, for that submission. Paulina, aka Polywave, let's hear. Paulina, thank you so much for becoming a member. Little dark acid vibe. Okay, here we go. I love the general warmth that's happening on the master. I wonder what you're putting on the master. Oh. Classic acid sound. I feel like there's bugs scurrying around me. This acid sound is cutting right into my brain. I love that synth. Nice fill. Drum Pine, thank you for the super chat. I love how like spooky that melody is. Can't tell if this is acid or house or straight German techno. Would club and make bad choices to this in GTA, says Superman. Love that. What do y'all think of Paulina's track? I'm not a big like acid or techno fan, but I thought this was a fun ride. Love the spookiness of the melody. You know what I think it does a good job of? With these electronic genres, it's very hard to hold my interest for sure in this longer form kind of electronic music. One thing right off the bat is like, could you have started with an intro? Do we have to start with 4 to the Floor? I'm not trying to make the track longer, but you have this very beautiful outro. Could we perhaps introduce that melody just one time and then drop in with a 4 to the Floor? And then I want to compliment just your structure in general and the way it evolves. Of course, we get this like brighter section where we're starting to build up more. And then we continue with that acid synth throughout this section here. We get that higher reverby synth. And then we get a whole nother build-up section here that is distinctly different, but brings us back to something we recognize. And then that walk-up synth, which what am I recognizing that from? That's like in Kill Bill or something, right? The one thing, be very, very careful, the melody that's like dun, 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 dun. Here, I felt like the reverb started to get a little bit muddy here. Because there's that other counter melody in there. Dun, dun, dun. That lower melody. I think those two melodies happening at the same time both have a big wet reverb on them, and they're kind of clashing at some point. So I think that dun, 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 that lower melody could probably come out here. It's like so subtle here that you really have to listen for it. And I wonder if it's even adding to this section. I wonder if it could come out. And bring it back in here at this moment. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. It sounds really good there. But there, it's competing with the higher stuff, you know? Summer Madness by Kool and the Gang. Got it. All right, well, please follow Paulina. I'm going to be really sad if I hit refresh and she's not at 50. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's at 50 now, but I think she probably deserves more than that. At least more than one person should be jumping from this stream and going to Polywave on SoundCloud. Give a follow if you like this kind of music. Good job, Paulina. Thank you so much for that first submission, and thank you for becoming a member today. All right, finally, we can just kick it back and chill and listen to 11th month member STK. Let's turn down the lights. And let's kick it to some STK. Oh god, my thing came on. Gotta light some incense to this one. I couldn't find my lighter to light my candle. We got some iPhone recorded Foley in this SDK. Don't fall in, you're right. We're safe. I love this artwork. SDK, like, what's happening? You just have, like, music, like, that's not uploaded? What's happening? Uploaded 1 hour ago. Okay, fire trucks. Like, that's just, like, disrespectful. Like, I understand they gotta go to an emergency situation. I can nearly guarantee that it's not, like, there's not, like, a building on fire or something. And they just, like, hold the horn down. Not good practice. I'll bring it up at the next town meeting. I rule. Thank you for becoming a VIP member. SDK, thank you so much for that submission. It doesn't need to be that dark in here, if I'm being honest. Obviously that's great. SDK, every time, never cease to impress. I've been working on trying to do my own album art. Not very similar to this, but more watercolor painting. This is a future release. Well, how far in the future we gotta wait? Please go to SDK's link, and you can find his stuff on Spotify, streaming platforms, SoundCloud if you prefer. All that good stuff. All right, let's keep going though. We're gonna have to do like a masterclass with SDK on like a breakdown of his tracks. Maybe we should do that. But SDK, you're in Massachusetts now? I don't understand. I thought we were both living in California. Sylvester the cat, who was nervous, needn't be nervous because what are we gonna do? Roast your track? Yes, of course. I love the chords and the sound. People rain. Huh. Nice. All right, the guitar melody lost me a little bit, and I'll talk about why at the end. Some key mixing things here that are holding this track back a little bit. So let's just talk about some of the things and let's take it piece by piece. First of all, immediately when we start, these chords are strong. They sound great. Okay, cool, easy. Then the guitar comes in. And what I will say is, if you are just starting or if you're not so comfortable with melodies or whatever it is, keep it simple. Keep it simple. So this melody is way too like, it doesn't follow a structure like that you can easily sing back. You know what I mean? The rhythm is good. However, the notes are just not catchy. The intervals, the way that it moves through the scale, it's just not catchy. So we have to rework that melody. And then I only had my right side of my headphones working while mixing, so I had some issues. That could be a problem. Okay, so then the drums come in and something weird happens on that intro, on that entrance. It's just like a click there. The hi-hats are very crispy and the hi-hats are also very loud and they also have too much reverb on them. The kick also has reverb. I'm assuming that you have reverb on the entire drum group, which I would not recommend. You can put reverb on individual pieces. do it to taste. The more subtle, the better. Try to avoid putting reverb on your kick. Then that snare comes in, and these things are all sitting in a very harsh place in the frequency spectrum. I really like the mallet. The glockenspiel is really, really good. Where this track strengths are is in the subtlety. So those chords at the beginning are like kind of very subtle and set a tone. The mallet instrument is not like hammering on the glockenspiel. It's like very light and gentle. Meanwhile, it kind of suffers a little bit of that other track that we were talking about where the hi-hat is just and even that little crack on the snare or clap, whatever it is, very loud. It doesn't quite fit. The whole, in general, the drums are too bright, I'll say. And now at this point, the guitar melody is still happening. The mallet melody is happening. Wait, hold on. Where is that? We have the glockenspiel melody, the guitar melody, and a new synth melody that's on that glidey synth there. Those are three things. Nobody's able to hone in on one of them. If I can make a big suggestion, if you have something that comes in basically at the start of your track and goes all the way through your track, it's most likely that there's an opportunity for you to pull it out somewhere. So I would just drop the guitar there and let other things have its time to shine. Like let that synth take focus. You can still have a glockenspiel counter melody, or vice versa. Have the glockenspiel take front and center and have the synth be the counter melody, whatever it is. But when you have three, we're teetering on it being like way too busy, especially when the guitar melody is not your strongest melody. I like that bass, or it's like a guitar, I guess, there. Like this section of music sounds pretty good. It's the drums that need the most work. So I would just dive deep into some drum tutorials, drum mixing tutorials. If you want this to be lo-fi, look up specifically lo-fi, like drum tutorials. But the drums are where you need the most work. But Sylvester, I really appreciate you becoming a member and submitting the music. You should definitely do it again in the future. All the things that I said is not to make you feel any type of way like bad about your work or anything. Just room for improvement, things you can get better at. Absolutely. And a lot of the tracks that we heard, especially earlier in the stream today, are from producers that I have given similar feedback to, or that have just been grinding super hard at getting their music better and better. And it literally sounds so much better. So like if you feel like you're stuck or that you can't possibly like make it better, you definitely can. If you put in the work, you can absolutely make it better and continue to grow as a producer. And we all have areas that we need to work on. So like keep pushing, keep going. And I want to see your track, next month, and see how you've improved and see how we can add more feedback to it. Thank you for that. Spacewalk by Mr. G. Smith. The self-unemployed. That's a great username. Mr. G. Smith. Let's hear what you got. Where is my lighter? I feel like it's... Anyway. How can you listen to music for this long without needing an ear break? We're just powering through. We're powering through. Thank you for the 9 months, White Whisker. Shout out to Uncle Ed, Bishop, Amelia, STK, and Sasha C. Is Sasha in chat? Regardless, shout out to her. Hi, Juan. Little like 808 situation happening here. Check the timing on this, Mr. G. Smith. It's a little off rhythmically here at the end. What I hear from you, Mr. G. Smith, is that you went for a more simple approach this time around, and I think that it paid off. I think this is a much more palatable piece of music than previous entries, and it pays off. I can tell you focused on that chord progression and fitting some elements together. The lead on top of the chords is good. Simple 4-to-the-floor kick. The 808 is interesting, or like whatever that bass is. And the whole thing sounds like it's been run through a tape machine, which is cool. And the layers of guitars are cool. Check that rhythmic stuff at the end. Keep going with that simplicity. So now that you've got kind of honed that chord progression, fitting the melodies on top, how can you now develop the structure a bit more? So not complexity in elements, complexity in structure now. How can you add a little bit more? Maybe it's just a few more percussion pieces. Overall, good simple track, G. Smith. Thank you. White. Oh. We got a little like lo-fi noise there in the back. That's good. Provided to YouTube by Fresh Tunes. What's Fresh Tunes? That's a distributor, I assume. This is like a rainy day lo-fi beat for sure. Yeah, so one thing I noticed is you probably hear it at the beginning if you listen at high enough volume, but there's like a machine noise, like almost probably like, it's like an electrical noise from like a tape machine or something. And it happens at the beginning, and I think that that's fine. And I like noise. I like crackle and stuff like that. But there's like a hum in there. It's like an electrical hum. And it sounds like it continues through the whole track. And that's the pitch that it's at. I would not recommend having that through the entire track. I think have it in the beginning perhaps, but I wouldn't put it on the whole track. And if it's something where you have to, like it's imprinted on the track or something, maybe just try to EQ that frequency out, which gets challenging depending on where it is in the track. Like, is it on the whole track? Is it just on the piano? Like, I don't know. then I would have to say that the hi-hats are a little bright for me. I think with this style of music, you have to be rolling off like all frequencies above like 10K in the EQ. Tape machine. Good rewind sound. Nice. 30-second outro. Do y'all hear that hum? Yeah, I would pull that out for sure if you have the ability to. But good job on White. I really like this style of music. Consider shaving off some highs and taking out that frequency buzz. And you got a nice track on your hands here. Say by the time we get here, I mean, if you wanted to do just a simple piano and drums track, that's fine. But is there one more element you can add in at the end? Let's chop something up. A little reverse piano, perhaps. I don't know. Something. But good job, my friend. Thank you for the submission. All right, now I gotta scroll back up. We have Soul Fox. Soul Fox. Let's give a listen. Guys, we're going long. Thank you to everybody who's been hanging out here on a Saturday in the long haul. Okay. I love that. I love that synth. Okay. Love this. Great selection of retro wave sounds. I wonder, Soulbox, if you're in the chat, give us a little inside scoop on what sounds you're using. I think the snare needs some gated reverb for sure to really fit in with the genre. Quick, send this straight to Kylie Minogue. You guys should check out The Midnight if you're not already listening to them for some like modern take on 80s retro wave. We're gonna bring the backbeat back in. We need a tom fill at some point too. Dum, dum, dum. There it is. I think the tom fill could have been stronger. Less 8-bit, you know? Ah! Sorry. I'm not plugged into power. I love that main synth sound, that bass. Dum, dum. All right, Soul Fox, thank you so much. I would say a little bit of gated reverb on the snare. And one thing that I would consider is potentially collaborating with a guitar player. I'm thinking back to Ika's track at the beginning of the stream and the guitar tone that he had. A little 80s style lead guitar at some point. And then like structure-wise, this feels like the track slows down a bit here. You know, we went from having this big epic section, and then we went here, which is kind of like a 75% of the energy of this section, which is kind of odd to do. Potentially like reworking the structure so that there's more of a bridge section here, because the chord progression also doesn't change very much. So I think what you could do here is have like a much dreamier kind of bridge section that gets floaty and reverby and ambient almost, and then comes back in with a section that's more similar to this, to that at the end, rather than sort of like fizzling out, I guess. Think about like a dreamier B section, and then dum 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 back into this. Give a follow if you can to Soul Fox. Thank you, Soul Fox. So Fugibayashi is Soul Fox. Thank you so much. Members, if you want, drop your membership milestone chat. You do that by hitting the super chat button, and you get like a free super chat every month. Drop your membership milestone chat so I can thank you for how many months you've been a member. Samurai Kira. All right, Kira, let's listen. We're getting ready for a fight. Yeah, but Kirky, did it sound maxed out? This is interesting. Oh. Mr. D. Smith, thank you for your 10 months of membership. I like that. Vocal shouts are cool. Nice. Orbit, thank you so much for the 4 months. I appreciate it. Hey, Piccolo. Piccolo Blackbeard, listened to your talk earlier. Nice. That was great. The thing about a track like that is, like, I don't know, like, where does that track belong? Like, do you get a cool, like, rapper or somebody to be on it? I just, like, what other genre does it fall into? Like what playlist would be on? Or maybe with Peace and Love, it doesn't need to be on a playlist. Overall, just really cool sounds, distinct sounds. So, Kira, if you continue to submit in the future, I would love to hear how your sound evolves, or how your sound connects in your little artistic space. And I would also love to hear, like, your goals and thoughts, because it's definitely a unique collection of sounds, and it's a compelling beat, and it's a good length. I'm glad you didn't make it too long. Please follow Kira if you want to follow along. SDK, thank you so much for hanging in the stream. And I know some of y'all, it's Saturday. If y'all are just chilling at home and you got the stream on, fantastic. Of course, if you have something to do, you can always tune in later. Let's listen to Uyu with Boys. I love this artwork. Kirky Beats, thank you for the 11 months. Okay, this is dark. Oh. There's a lot going on here. Okay. This is just like a wall of sound. It's definitely Nodders. Ooh, you definitely have a distinct sound there. That was like a party tune. It's like I said, like this wall of sound. Just be careful on some of those glitchy things like peeking out. We had that. I was thinking of that with one of the other tracks too. Like sometimes performance effects can actually add gain, and we want to make sure that that doesn't happen. But I don't know. This is a cool track, party track for sure. I could see it on the soundtrack, or even if you did like a whole album like this. It's just like what, dirty dance music, like. I don't even know how to... It's noisy, but it's also like kind of beautiful. Like that sound, just dial that in a little bit. It doesn't need to be so harsh, I think. Need to line that snare up? I actually don't mind the snare, and I don't mind that some of the rhythmic stuff is a little pushing and pulling. There's a big difference between like when I hear somebody's track and I can tell their stuff is just like rhythmically off and there's a difference between it being rhythmically off and like intentional push and pull of an unquantized feel, you know? Like the whole purpose of this track is like, I think a frantic like push. It's like it's high energy, it's pushing. So the fact that that snare is coming in a little early there is intentional. I can tell. Ooh, thank you for that submission. Glitch is hard to do and make it sound good. I agree. But that was some good dirty stuff. Drum Pine, I'm going to go with the first one you submitted. Or should I go with this one? I'm going to go with the one, because why would you put one later if you were satisfied with the one you already put? Drill Trap. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. We're going to listen to this right in the Discord. Drill Trap by Drum Pine. Here we go. Tension, right? Self-employed. That was a word I was looking for. So Drum Pine, drill has very specific 808s. These 808s need to glide. I like that this synth lead is like a phone, like an old school phone notification. Cool drums. Upper octaves melody now. Nice. Very smart. Good dropping out that synth melody and not having it just play through the entire track. I also like that very subtle piano in the background. Could probably bring it up a little bit. Nice triplet hi-hats. this gonna end too soon? Playing Snake on my old Kaios era. Exactly. Cool. I think you could develop this beat a bit more. I would restructure it a bit. I can't see the waveform, so it's hard for me to remember. But that ending section is dope. I wish that that had come a little sooner. In the way that I liked that you took out that lead later on, I think what ultimately could have happened is between the sections where the lead is playing in its normal octave and the lead is playing in the higher octave, I wonder if you could have brought this section in as a B section and then ended with that kind of section that has the higher octave. Like that. That could have been the ending, you know? Something to think about, but I think there are a lot of cool ideas here. Add a glide to the 808s. Drumpine, you're going nuts in the Discord, my friend. All right, it seems we have 2 more tracks to go. Thank you all for hanging with us today. Look at all these tabs we have opened. We reviewed so much music today. Is this Sub-Zeros? Yeah, because that's where we started. So I wonder how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18... No, 18, 19, 20, 21, minus 1, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And this will be our 29th. We're doing 30 tracks today, plus Drum Pines, 30. And we're going to do 31 tracks today. Crazy. Let's listen to Glowed. Okay. Drum and bass, I'm so stoked. All right. Nice. I love the vocal. What's the vocal from Glowed? Okay, Otanari in chat. Hello, okay. Long time no see. That was so good, Glowed. I love drum and bass music, and I love what you did with this. You know, I love that it's like a lighter drum and bass. Some drum and bass goes into like the harder style, where it's just like blah, like that kind of stuff. But this is more of a cheery, uplifting drum and bass. Like right from that first drop where you have the chimes come in, you know? And the vocal's so good. I love this track. Please go follow Glowed. This track is private. It's first time trying drum and bass. Please continue to do more. Good job, Glowed. Let's keep it rolling. That was a really good one. This one's trolling with this sonic art. 31 tracks today, chat, if you can believe that. It's a work in progress from Otaku Fantasy. How do I keep doing that? So much good music today, folks. If you are enjoying the stream, if you have enjoyed the stream, please leave a like. If you want to get it on future streams, make sure you are a member. Being a member doesn't just mean you can submit music and join the Discord, but it also means you get some free samples. My mouse died. Okay. My mouse died at the perfect time. Said this is the sensual seduction synth. Is that true? I haven't heard that song in a long time. This was uploaded 41 minutes ago. Yes, this is a strong finish. Very cool track, Otaku Fantasy. Thank you for that first submission to these streams. I mean, I don't have much feedback. You built up a good world. It says work in progress. If I had a little context as to like what work you were still putting in, I don't know. I could maybe give a little more insight, but I think it sounds pretty good. I love that this ending, we ended it on these two tracks. They kind of go together in a funny kind of way. Good job, Otaku. Thank you for that submission. Glad you got in. Can you believe it, chat? We have been going for 3 hours, basically. Listening to your music, we reviewed about 31 tracks today. That was a lot of fun. It was the last one of the year, so I want to make it a good one. We also kind of didn't do a proper one in the month, did we not do a proper one last month? Because it was coming off of Beattober and all that. So I hope you all did enjoy this longer stream. If we like this, we can try to do it more in the future. It is kind of tough for me. I mean, I'm at my peak I think this was like my max for how much music we can get out in a single stream and how long we can sit here. My mouse died right at the end, so that's perfect. So let's let this play us out here. So thank you all so much for hanging. If you became a member, make sure you double check the community tab. If you're a member at any tier, there's a free 10 sample pack there for you with a link you can click. If you became a VIP member, scroll down a little bit further in the community tab and you'll find my ritual sample pack, a link to download that for free. Even if you're not a member, you can go to TAETRO.com and click sample packs and find a 25 free loop pack on my sample pack store. So anybody can download that for free regardless if you're a member or not. Thank you all so much to everybody who became a member today. That really means a lot. Welcome to the community. Take the time to introduce yourself over on Discord. And hang out with us in a future stream. If you've been a member for a long time, I'm seeing a lot of orange membership symbols. I'm seeing a lot of purple and blue badges. That means you guys have been members for a long time. Thank you all so much for just the ongoing support. We've done a lot of fun stuff this year. We're going to be streaming in a pretty normal schedule next week. We'll definitely be live Thursday. I don't think we're doing TAETRO Talks on Tuesday. But we'll definitely be live making some music on Thursday. Get ready for that. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because I did post the unboxing of this cool thing by Rhythmo. Rhythmo sent it to me. I posted the unboxing and a quick little beat made with it today. The party continues over on Instagram. If you had fun on this stream, post your favorite part from the stream on your Instagram story. Tell people why you love this channel and why you love this community, why you love hanging out here. Tag me so I can see the messages. I'll share as much as possible. And more to come. I can see by all the progress you all have been making that next year is going to be a big year for this community. So let's keep pushing. Let's keep doing better. More artists, better world. That's going to be it for now, though. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.